Mandos, this is the way. Hello and welcome to the show. You're watching Mandos number 5, in which I count down my top 5 choices of a particular subject. Today's subject is the villains. It's kind of part 2 of what I was doing in the last episode. But here we go. Hopefully you enjoy. Thank you for watching. And so, in 5th place, my top villains. Number 5 is the Grand Moff Tarkin. Why is he number 5? He was such an evil so-and-so, quite prepared to order torture on Princess Leia. This is just what we see in the films. In Rogue One, he's fully aware of building the battle station, the space station, the Death Star. And he knows exactly what he's going to do. His ambition has got in there. It's all about ambition and how that all goes wonky. So he uses his connections and power within the Empire to take control of the Death Star. And he's fully, like I say, he's fully aware and with orders from the Emperor what that's going to do. And he has no qualms about ordering the destruction of a planet just to show the Empire's might. Boom, just like that. That is pretty mental if you think about it. That is just absolutely crazy. And then, obviously, to crush the rebellion, he's looking to blow up a moon, just like that. You know, that hasn't happened before in the Star Wars timeline until that point. He is the one to implement that. That's absolutely crazy. So we look at, and he was going to use the Death Star to crush the Rebel Alliance and keep the galaxy under the control of the Galactic Empire through fear. That's the main charges against him. I can read out the crimes. So it's menticide, genocide, torture, terrorism, blackmail, slavery, abuse, and incrimination. Those are just the crimes against him. Right, and now on to number 4. So number 4 is Grand Admiral Thrawn, and he had a genius level intellect, fantastic leadership, master of strategy, tactics, and analysis. Basically, he knew exactly what he was doing. He can manipulate people into a trap, lay a trap, get them in the trap, snap the trap shut, and that's it, game over. So we saw him in Rebels, excelling at all of that, cold, calculated, expert in psychology, knowledge of interrogation, military training, marksmanship, master manipulator. His goals were ridiculous. He had some crazy stuff in there. Defend the Empire and the Chiss ascendancy. I think that's his race, isn't it? The blue. He's the blue guy. He's the only alien in the Empire to get of any rank that anybody's ever seen. Crush the rebellion and retain Imperial hegemony. Whatever that is. I'm not clever enough to know what that is. Reunite the Imperial remnant factions, and it says there he succeeded in the legends. Not that I'm reading it or anything, but there we go. I'm trying to get things right. And destroy the New Republic and rule the galaxy. So this is all what's to come in the Mandalorian, basically. And it appears that he's committed quite a lot of crimes. So put my judge hat on again. He's accused of mass murder, abuse of power, genocide, slavery, torture, conspiracy, kidnapping, terrorism, and war crimes. Here we have, we're in the top 3 now. Number 3, and it might surprise people that he's number 3. It's Darth Vader. Now, why is he only number 3? You'd think maybe he's the top villain. No, he's not. He's not, because he spends pretty much most of his time being Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine's henchman, basically. He's not got the power, and he doesn't seem to be making any plans. Yes, he is evil and he is bad and he's ruling by fear and all this sort of stuff, but really he's just the Emperor's little lapdog. Right, it's a big lapdog. Well, there we go. We do see what he can do at the end of Rogue One, and that is pretty amazing. And that's the first time we really see Darth Vader as the Sith Lord tearing it up. Oh, a little bit of spit came out there when I said that. Anyway, so there's a lot more than he does in the films, but that's pretty much the biggest badass thing he does. All right, he beats Obi-Wan, but, you know, I think Obi-Wan had it coming to him, really. Controversial or not, he was getting his own back there. But anyway, so his main thing is always trying to save his loved ones from death throughout the comics and everything. He never loses his love for Padme. If he's so evil, why is he still in love with Padme? That seems a bit weird. He's not totally lost to the dark side at all there. So one of the things he does is he uses the Bright Star to become immortal and bring Padme back from the dead. That is in the comic books, I believe, or the books. Not read them, but there we go. That's one of the things he's done. He's Darth Vader. He's a complete badass. Nobody can touch him, really. But there we go. He fought a lot. He fought Ahsoka Tano in Rebels. Whenever we see something that's going a little bit downhill, or they want to finish on a really high note, let's roll Vader out. Vader is the face of Star Wars. Let's roll him out. End of Rogue One. It's going to be a bad ending because we know they're all going to die. But yeah, Vader's going to be at the foremost of that. And you're going to go, Vader, that's amazing. What a brilliant ending. So that was pretty cool. They do it in Clone Wars in season 7. They roll him out at the end of that. And they roll him out in Rebels as well. Big badass. So he's rocking it in Star Wars all the way through until Jedi, obviously, where he finally gets turned back by his son. So what are his crimes then? So we've got genocide, mass murder, conspiracy, abuse of power, tortures his daughter. I don't think he really knew it was his daughter, but there we go. How she was hiding her force from Vader. Maybe that's the same way Palpatine hid his force from the Jedi. But there we go. Treason. Well, he did switch sides in the Clone Wars and that. So kidnapping, terrorism, accessory to mundicide, and war crimes. I think mundicide is the complete killing of a believer. Right, that leads us into the number 2 spot is Darth Maul. Why is Darth Maul ahead of Vader? Well, it's because he's a schemer. Not only do we see him being the Emperor's lapdog as well, another amazing henchman. We don't actually see enough of him in The Phantom Menace. We see 2 lightsaber battles, one where Qui-Gon runs away, basically, turns heels and runs. And then we see the best lightsaber duel we've ever had. But saying that, we see the worst bit, the worst finish to that, was where Obi-Wan just jumps over his head and he's like, ooh, and slices across the tummy. That was a bit naff. I think we could have seen a little bit of a better ending to that. Maybe Qui-Gon could have been given something by Anakin that he drops when he dies, and Maul slips on that, and then that gives Obi-Wan the slice he needs, because he's too good with those double lightsaber for that to happen. That was a bit naff. But saying that, Darth Maul goes on to become more powerful than anybody can ever imagine. He goes on to rule Mandalore. He kills Qui-Gon Jinn for a start, which you're kind of thinking, wow, this guy's badass. that guy's killed him, and then Obi-Wan just, you're like, oh, what's going on there? So he takes over the Mandalorian Death Watch organization. That can't be a mean feat, can it? That's just awesome in itself. Assembles a powerful army of crime lords and gangsters in order to overthrow the Duchess Satine and seize control over Mandalore. What? That's just insane. Overthrows Darth Sidious, destroys the Separatists and kills Dooku, lures Anakin Skywalker to Mandalore so he can kill him to prevent Sidious from making him his new apprentice. This is crazy. The scheming that he's doing is just unbelievable when you look at what Vader does. He's completely outsmarting people, whole armies and everything. It's just so I can keep saying unbelievable, unbelievably. I can't believe that. And he convinces Ahsoka to join him or kill her. Or kill him. What? Convince Ahsoka Tano to join him or kill her. So she doesn't. So they end up having a fight. He gets away and then gets caught. Destroy the Jedi, the Sith, and the Empire. That's his goals. All right. I don't think he achieved that last one. But anyway, so, and he ends up as the head of the Crimson Dawn, another massive criminal organization. So his crimes are mass murder, mutilations, usurpation, treason, must be against the Mandalorians, conspiracy, terrorism, regicide. Oh, I love reg. Blackmail, fake identity, stalking, organised crime, poaching, accessory to drug dealing. I think he killed his brother as well, didn't he? Or something like that. And he tried to get Ezra as a Sith apprentice. And he tricked Kanan out of an airlock as well. So it's like, whoa, he's an absolute major character there, amazing villain, and he comes back, all right, ultimately meets his end. Right, so let's just have another recap of the top four so far. We have had Grand Moff Tarkin in number 5. Number 4, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Number 3, Darth Vader. Number 2, Darth Maul. That leaves our top villain for the whole of Star Wars is Emperor Palpatine. Had to be, really, didn't it? We've got the Skywalker saga. Isn't really the Skywalker saga. It's the Palpatine saga. That guy starts off, he destroys the Jedi. All the Jedi. He destroys all the Jedi and then sets Darth Vader off, Order 66, all the clones, everything, all the scheming, kill all the Jedi. That is ridiculous. Not only that, but to smash the old Republic and replace himself as the boss. All the time fooling everybody. Nobody knew what he was doing until it was too late. And then, lo and behold, all the clones are loyal to him, just like that. All them things in their head, poof, done deal. And then you've got the stormtroopers and you've got all of that. And then what we think is his downfall in Jedi, where Luke manages to turn Vader. And another thing, he turns what they thought was the chosen one. They turned him to the dark side. Anakin to Vader. Luke changes him back. We think he's dead. Pops up in the end of the First Order as he's coming back. It's all been his scheme all along. And who knew, apart from anybody who read the books, that was a possibility. I didn't, but there we go. So, yeah, an absolute evil so-and-so. And he basically, if he didn't become emperor, he was going to kill the whole universe, all the planets and everything. That is ridiculous. Yes, he ordered the destruction of planets with the Death Star and the second Death Star, but was that really on the cards? It was a bit too insane. You know, ultimate power corrupts ultimately. There we go. So he was going to restore the Sith Empire on top of what everything I've said there, become immortal and rule the entire universe as a living deity. What a nutter! With his space wizardry. There we go. Have his successors destroy all of the galactic civilization in the event of his untimely death. Absolutely bonkers. Take revenge on the Skywalkers for his first death. I think he's ultimately really that bothered about that, is he? First Order formed in order to establish a new Sith Empire and rule the galaxy. Manipulate his granddaughter into killing him so that he could transfer his spirit into her body. Now that is pretty deranged and crazy. That was a pretty hefty villainous thing to do. And there we go, revive himself using his clone bodies to reorganize the Empire. So he's an absolute insane so-and-so by the time we see him in that third film of the sequels. Can't remember what the thing is. I've just put First Order on my notes to there. So his crimes, my lord, are mass murder, familicide, torture, treason, genocide, hericide, unethical experimentation, mass mundicide, abuse, war crimes, kidnapping, terrorism, enslavement, brainwashing, pollution, incrimination, mutilation, and filicide. No, I have no idea what that is. No idea. There you go. That is my top villains from Star Wars. I hope you've liked the video. It's been a long one. Thank you for watching. This is the